Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I finished my first semester of college and you guys wanted to know my experience. Did I like it? Did I not like it? Was it hard? Was it easy? Did I like my roommate? All of that, and I'm going to tell you guys the details. So first things first, my major is human ecology with a concentration in fashion merchandising. I go to school out of state. I'm originally from North Carolina, but I go to school in Maryland. And the reason why I went out of state is because, just because of my major. North Carolina doesn't have a lot to offer as far as the fashion industry. So the school that I go to, they have a fashion program where your junior year you get to go to FIT, the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York, and you get to intern. But with the fashion program at my school, I'll be graduating with a bachelor's degree in human ecology with the concentration in fashion merchandising and an associate's degree in advertising, marketing, and communication. So that is amazing. So that is the reason why I go to the school that I go to. My school isn't the only school that offers this program. It's other schools that offer it too. You just have to do your research. I personally don't want to say what school I go to online just because I don't know who's watching my videos and who might try to kill me, you know, stuff like that. Not that I don't trust my subscribers or feel like you guys will do anything to me or any of that, but I just don't know who watches my videos. Now to the good stuff. So the day before move-in day, my mom packed up her car and I packed up my car. We had cars full. Personally, I got to bring my car to college my first year just because my mom felt like I was so far away and I needed it. And my school is kind of in the middle of nowhere, so the only way to get around is either a car or a shuttle, you know? So I got to bring my car. My school is like 6.5 hours away from my house. So we drove up there and I moved my stuff into my room. You know, I got to pick which side of the room. I told my mom we had to get there early at 8 o'clock. We had to be there at 8 o'clock. So I had to pick which side of the room I have because one of the sides is a little bit bigger than the other. And I just feel like I have too much stuff to have the small side. So I did that. So when I got there, I didn't know anybody, no one at all. I only toured the school one time, so it was kind of, I was nervous. But they had stuff planned out for us. Like we had a cookout that day, a party that night. Like the whole week was planned out. We got there a week before everybody else did. Well, like 5 days before everybody else did. So they had stuff planned for us, and we could meet, you know, meet each other before everybody comes on campus. So I got there. My roommate was obviously the only person I knew. So me and my roommate, we went to like the cookout together. So the first event where we saw everybody, it was a cookout, and it's this one moment that I remember I will never forget. It was this girl in some blue shorts, and she was just dancing around, like just dancing, whatever, meeting everyone. I'm like, okay, she is wild. So she comes over, she's like, hey girl, whatever. She give me a hug. We exchanged numbers, like so random. We exchanged numbers, and that ended up being like my friend. So days go by, not days, but maybe 3 days go by, and like I'm meeting people and my roommate's still with me. But you know, you kind of get to feel like who you want to hang with and stuff. So my roommate is more on the quieter side, and she doesn't really talk and stuff. So while we were meeting friends, I know she wasn't really like connecting. Like she would say, hey, she's a nice person, but she wasn't like talking to them, like trying to meet friends, I guess. So when it came like down to, oh, school is about to start, it was just like she was just there. I don't know. So I don't know. She wasn't going to be someone that I hung with. So prior to me going to college, you know, I felt like I wanted my roommate to be my best friend, and I wanted us to talk about everything. Unfortunately, that's not what I got out of my roommate. My roommate, she was a good roommate. Like I didn't feel like she would take my stuff. She wasn't dirty, none of that. It was just we didn't have the communication that I wanted us to have. Like if I walked in the room, we didn't speak or whatever. The only thing, we probably said about 200 words to each other the whole first semester, to be honest with you. Like we asked each other about like biology tests. I'd be like, what did you get on the biology test? Or she'd be like, what did you get on the fashion merchandising test? She was a fashion major, but we just didn't connect on that level. So I kind of didn't really want to be in my room a lot. I didn't feel like home because we didn't talk, like we would just be in the room together. I don't know. And then she was always in the room, so then I felt like I never really had personal space. And I was the only child for most of my life. I mean, I have a little sister, she's 8, but I still feel like the only child. So yeah, it was really new, like just always having somebody in the same room as you. So yeah, I just ended up not being in my room a lot. So classes start Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My classes start at 11, and then on Tuesdays and Thursday I had one class at 9 o'clock. So my schedule was kind of sweet. I didn't really have much to do. So a week goes by and my campus isn't really that big. So I kind of felt like in a week I saw everybody. Like that was all the people I was going to see, and I was like, dang, that's all the people? That's everybody? That's everybody on the campus? So as people are getting settled into their like little friend groups, I started noticing I didn't really have a group to be with. And that's not a bad thing, but coming from home where I have so many friends, and you know, if I go out, I know I'm gonna go out with my friends and have a group of girls that's like girly like me. I didn't feel like I had that, and being that I didn't know anybody, it's not like I could go to somebody and be like, oh hey, can I hang with y'all? I don't know, I'm just not that type of person. So I think like 2 weeks later they were having modeling tryouts, and people was like, oh, the modeling team is really big on campus and you should try out, da da da. So I went there, I tried out because I wanted to meet friends. You know, that's how you meet friends. And I figured, you know, people on the modeling team, we would connect and be friends. I tried out for the modeling team. I made the modeling team. I did a show and it was nice, but I personally don't feel like I'm a model. I didn't like it. I just like wearing heels. On the team is probably what, 40, 50, 60 girls, well, girls and guys. But so the modeling team is kind of big. I mean, I met people, but none of them like turn into like a real friendship. Like, of course I see them on campus, we speak and all that, but nothing really turned into like a friendship that I'm used to. I don't know. So after like one of the show, I think the show was probably in October, I'm still like kind of iffy on this college out of state thing. I was kind of having second thoughts. I would call my best friend like, I really miss you, and I just feel so alone. I just really felt so alone. At one point I called my mom and I'm telling her, I'm like, Mom, I don't feel like I'm meeting friends, and I'm really trying to, like, I'm trying to be active on the campus and all this. And she's like, well, Jayla, you're honestly not you're not welcoming, and I don't know, she said something about me, and I was just like, yeah, but I am, like, I'm so friendly, like I'm just like a little goofball. And she's like, but the way you carry yourself, like wearing heels on campus. But when I was on the modeling team, every Wednesday we had to wear heels. Pretty Girl Wednesday, you had to wear heels on campus. If you didn't, you was gonna get in trouble, and you had a punishment at practice. So I was like, Mom, that's not really it. You know, people wear heels on campus. That's not it. That's really not. And I don't even wear heels on campus anymore. Like, I only did it on Wednesdays because I had to. Because, Lord, my feet be hurting. But anyways, so she's just like, you need to be more welcoming. Let me tell y'all what my mom told me to do. So I was telling her that I always go to the calf alone. Like, I sit by myself in the calf. Now, at the point I am now, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem. But then I had a problem with it. Like, I don't like going places and sitting alone. So she's like, well, Jayla, just, if you see some girls in the cafeteria, just go up to them and introduce yourself and ask, can you sit with them? Huh? What did you just say? This is 2013. Who does that? Like, this is college, Mom. I'm not in middle school. This is not elementary. You just can't go up to people and be like, hi, my name is Jayla. Can I sit with you? No, it doesn't work like that. So she's like, well, you either take my advice or something, whatever. I didn't take her advice. So also when I was on the phone with my mom was telling me that of course I go out with my friends, but I'm kind of a loner. Like, I like to be alone. I like to be in my own little zone, my own little bubble, and do like stuff by myself, like go to the mall by myself and stuff like that. And so once she was telling me that and I got off the phone with her, I was kind of thinking, and I noticed the real problem was when I'm at home, if I'm bored or something, I just do a video, or I plan a video, or I watch videos, or whatever. I'm doing something with YouTube, and I just didn't have that time or the space or my alone time, my little zone to create videos like I wanted to. So at school with my roommate, I just didn't feel comfortable recording videos, and I just didn't have my little alone space and time to do, you know, what I wanted to do. You know, you're not in class but for 50 minutes. I only had 6 classes, and one of the classes were only on Monday. So I had all of this time, and of course you study, but you don't study that much. So I had all this time, and I'm just sitting there like bored out of my mind. Like, why am I so bored? I'm never this bored, because I'm usually making videos or editing a video or doing stuff like that. To me, the only thing about going out of state and not knowing anybody is probably meeting friends and finding your little clique. So another thing I did to try to meet friends was I joined the Human Ecology Club, which is my major. So I joined that, and I went to the first meeting. They're passing around papers. They needed a king and queen. They needed other people. So I was like, I can try out to be the queen of human ecology. Maybe, you know, that'll take up some of my time. I tried out, and I was picked to be the queen. So I'm the face of human ecology. So like, we do little fashion shows. So that took up some of my time. I got to meet older guys and girls who are like juniors and seniors, and they have already been through the program. One girl, she's a senior, and she already went to New York, and she was just telling me about her experience. So I got to meet people like that, and you get to see like, one of my friends is taking a, I don't know what it's called, but like drawing class, like to draw sketches and stuff. So I got to see that. I was like, dang, I want to take that class, you know. So just interacting with people that have the same type of goals that you have. So I really like talking to people like that. I love hearing what people are doing, what classes they're taking, and all that. Now let's talk about classes, because I'm talking a whole lot about just personal issues that happen. So I took English, biology, fashion merchandising, freshman seminar, which wasn't a regular freshman seminar. It was for my department, like my human ecology department. So we actually went more in depth with human ecology. Like, we have a dietetics, consumer science, nutrition. All of these things are under human ecology. It's not just fashion. So that class was kind of difficult. We had more essays in that class than I did in my English class. My English class was boring. Nobody talked in that class, and I'm a very interactive student. I like to answer questions, and yeah, they weren't interactive. My biology class was a big lecture class, and that was the class like I struggled kind of the most in, but I made it out with that in that class with a B. I really studied really hard for that class. Like, I don't think no one understands. I made like pretty note cards, like, you know, the colorful construction pieces of paper, and I wrote like all my study guides out for that chapter on pretty pieces of paper to try to make me want to study more. And then I had a sociology class, and I swear I thought my teacher was racist against his own race. He would just be talking about black people and just bringing them down. I was just like, geez, okay, jeez. But I mean, that was an easy class. I got an A in there. And I had a music class, how to write music. I swear it was like math in a foreign language put together, but I got an A in that class too. He was cool. It was interesting. I ended up enjoying it but hating it. I had a love-hate relationship with learning how to write music. And then I had, what other class did I have? Oh, my introduction to fashion merchandising class, it was an okay class. It wasn't nothing like, oh my god, the class was so amazing, or it was so this, or so. It was just a class. So those were my classes. I would say in college you're gonna have so many essays, but honestly it depends on your teachers, because I know some of my friends were like, oh, I only had like 2 essays, and I'm thinking, huh? Because I had a 5-page paper. I swear I had a paper due every week, sometimes in 2 classes at one time. The only thing that I really like about my college is we have a writing center, and you can sign up for an appointment. You can bring like your paper or what you have, and they'll like proofread it and fix your corrections. Or one time I had to write a paper, and I just went there and I was like, I don't know where to start. So she helped me brainstorm, and I was asking questions. So we basically planned out my paper. After I plan out a paper, I can basically write it. But I had no clue where to start. I forgot what the paper was on, but I was just like, what am I writing? Well, I didn't talk about the parties and stuff. For my college, it's a lot of like house parties. Well, not house parties, but like apartment parties. That I don't really like. I'm not really a house party, apartment party, because it's too hot. I like going places and looking cute and like, you know, being cute. I don't like to sweat and stuff, so I don't really like that. And on top of that, I don't drink and I don't smoke. And when you get to college, that's what students do. They drink and smoke, and that's what they call turning up. But that doesn't excite me. I don't get excited by drinking, and I don't know, it tastes really nasty. And I've tried it before, I'm not gonna lie. I took a shot before. I've tried stuff that they make. I went to a Kappa party, and it was like, oh, it's juice and all this stuff in it, and that was not good. And I never did it again because it wasn't good. So if you're one of those people that drink and stuff, then you might have a more exciting time than me, because you might like to turn up. But yeah, I like to sleep. I like to sleep. I mean, I like to go out. I love going to our little fashion shows that we have, school parties that we have. I love them. In the cafeteria, we have, like for Thanksgiving and Christmas, we have dinners where everybody's in there. It's music playing. They have like crab legs, lobster, shrimp. They have stuff like that. I love those type of events. So overall, I had a good semester. I made it out with the 3.5 GPA. So I feel like I didn't do that bad, even with all my tears that were shed because I was just lonely and all that. I mean, it is what it is. I personally feel like I'm going to school for a certain reason. You know, I didn't go to school to make friends or any of that. I'm going to school for my education, for my career, and this is really what I want. I wouldn't change the school that I go to, because that's what I want. Like in the end result, I want it so bad. So I don't know. Next semester, I feel like it's going to be better. I have a new roommate, the girl in the blue shorts that I met on the first day. Yeah, I feel comfortable with her. Like, she's recorded my video before. I feel really comfortable. And we kind of know each other. So like, I'm never in the room. She's never in the room. My old roommate, she was always in the room. Like, she'll go get some food and then come back to the room. Like, she was just always there. But me and my new roommate, like, we kind of are the same. We're never in the room. We like to get out. We don't like to just be in the room all day long. We always want to go somewhere. So it should be better, and I can always be like, girl, record my video or something. She'll do it. She's a sweetheart. So I forgot about the best part about college. Like, how could I not tell you guys? So, you know, when you're at home under your parents' roof, you do what they say, you come in when they say, you do all this when they say, wash dishes, all this stuff. So in college, like, it is so much to do just because you can do what you want. Like, I remember the first night we stayed at like 6 in the morning, the next like 5 in the morning. I remember the next week when classes started, it was like on Tuesday, and I was just like, you know, it was like probably like 9 o'clock, and I'm just in my room thinking about to go to sleep, and I get a call like, oh, let's go, let's do this, and I was just like, oh, but we have class in the morning. And they were like, so? And I was just like, okay. We stayed out like 5 in the morning that night with class in the morning. I never did that before. I don't know, that was exciting. That was exciting to me. So you can do like whatever you want. Like there's no time to nothing. Like a lot of times I would get out of class at like 3 and then I would just think to myself like, what am I gonna do now? Like, what's to do? I don't know, I'm weird. But if you're like me, my mom was, I had a curfew and stuff. So like being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, that was exciting. So I don't know, it might be exciting. I feel like this video is kind of all over the place, but honestly college is all over the place, and this is just my first semester, so I have so much more to do and to try out and experience and go through, hopefully good things. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed me just talking and rambling, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Where did you get your ideas from?
Your ideas? Oh, man, I got a million dreams. That's all I do is dream.